We're off.
Hey,
James, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
To South Africa. We've had a chat on the radio already, and what I liked about the interview we had was that you're very easy to talk to. Obviously, you've done this a lot, obviously. But take us right back to where it all started, because you've got a very similar background to what I had, in the way of, apart from the fact that you became famous, but I didn't. But your dad and your mum was a big inspiration. You had their record collection to go through. My mum used to work for EMI in the UK, so she used to bring all the stuff home as well. Wow. So that was what got you into music, wasn't it? Was that kind of stuff?
Well, I think I always liked singing. I used to sing along to Michael Jackson. That was the first memory of like music.
What songs were you?
Any of them, literally. I think I only had Bad in the beginning, and then obviously I found Thriller as I got to like 5 or 6. It's all I ever listened to was Michael Jackson. I used to just sing along to him all the time, and not really think of myself as a singer, but I used to just sing along for fun. And then when I got to like 9, my mum used to like make me get up and sing and stuff.
She used to sing in front of the family.
Yeah, she used to make me get up and sing. It was like you know, like the party piece or whatever. Like, oh, James is gonna get up, and I hate it.
Because you were always quite shy, weren't you?
I was
as a kid.
Painfully
you were very
shy.
Yeah.
I was still quite shy. Just get better at you know, getting past it. You know. But I think, it took me a while to sort of get past being shy and singing. But once I got there, it was probably around 13, 14, I started busking to get myself confident. And
what kind of songs were you singing
Beatles,
during the busking time?
Stevie Wonder, Beatles, Van Morrison, anything that I thought people would know. The Steve Miller Band. Anything from the 60s, 70s, even certain like some 80s songs I used to play. I'd try and play Michael Jackson on the guitar, you know, which is how I ended up playing Man in the Mirror.
When did you start writing your own material?
At school.
At school? Okay.
Yeah, I joined music at GCSE. I didn't write anything decent. They're all crap songs. But I started writing then. And in a way, I used to have to learn songs really quick when I was busking. Yeah. So I'd, maybe learn the verse and the chorus really quickly, and then either just make up the next one, or, I wouldn't learn it fully. So I'd have to sort of ad-lib my way around it. And that's kind of how I learned how to sing live without worrying about where I was going next. Okay. But I just got used to not knowing where I was going, and that's fine. So it doesn't feel nervous when I go, what am I going to do here? I just go, I'll do that. Now,
what is ironic about your first album title was Undiscovered, but obviously at some point you had to have been discovered by someone. So how did that happen? And who was it?
It was in Derby, in a music bar. I was playing in an open mic bar, and a guy who used to get drunk in there introduced me to my managers, and it just sort of happened from there, really. It happened really quickly. It was in the space of about a year, or a year and a half or something like that. I was playing open mics, then I started writing my own tunes and trying to start writing.
And what year was this? Because the album was 2006, wasn't it? So when did you...
2005, something like that.
All right.
Yeah. And I spent about a year writing songs. I got offered a development deal in the beginning, and I was quite adamant that I wanted a record deal, just because I knew that you're not guaranteed to put an album out. So I said, look, I'll come back in a year's time when I've got songs.
And that was with Universal, was it?
That was with Universal,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it did, it was close to not happening, just because there were so many people interested, and it all came down to about a few. And then I signed to the one that I thought were going to do the job for me.
So you had options.
And they had the most enthusiasm.
Okay.
Yeah, and Colin, who signed me, he's a part of the new project that I'm doing now with my new album. So it's come full circle, These people have been around me for years, and they've always believed in me, and they've always sort of supported me and my music, and given me the space to sort of do it in my own way,
So was it shock and horror when the album went to #1? Within a week of release, wasn't it?
I couldn't believe it. I still have a hard time thinking about it now. If I go back to that time, I just didn't expect it. I expected to sell, you know, I hoped I could sell 100,000 albums. In my head, I was like, please, if I can sell 100,000 albums, I can do another album.
Yeah.
And then when it sold 1 million, or whatever it was, I just couldn't believe it. But then the train was moving.
Yeah.
So I had to just keep going along with it.
Yeah.
You know.
But did your record deal depend on how well the first one sold? Was that pressure on you?
I remember when I was 21, thinking I've got to sell 100,000 albums. Maybe that was in my head. It might have just been in my head. But I'm pretty certain that was in the contract. Like, if you sell 100,000 albums, we'll pick you up for another one. And I smashed that. So, so it was all right. It was good.
But did it change you as a person? Were you the same guy?
It made me more. Made me sort of deconstruct myself a lot more and analyse. Okay, is that good enough? Maybe put more pressure on myself. And it's sort of, you know, either you rise to the occasion or you don't. And I'm lucky that I had a hit with the second album of Broken Strings.
With Nelly Furtado.
Nelly Furtado, yeah.
Okay, but with your being such a shy person and what have you, did that sort of bring you out of your shell, that first album? Because now all of a sudden you're going to be performing to bigger crowds, aren't you?
I suppose it gave me a slight bit more confidence that, oh, you know, people like me enough to sort of to listen to them. But I mean, I'd had years of that, playing open mics and playing pub gigs where, you know, I'd start off and it was empty, and then by the end it would be absolutely rammed. And every week the same people would turn up to see me sing. So I was used to kind of playing live and there being a bit of a crowd and a vibe. But everything else, like making videos, having my picture taken, you know, all of that, you know, signing stuff and being someone who, it kind of happened without me realising it. You know, I was on tour, and then after the gigs, a few people were like, oh, James, like, give us your signature. And I just thought, yeah, they're like people who just like people signing your albums. And it just sort of turned into, oh, I get recognised now, you know. But it's never something that I've wanted. So I don't really pay too much attention to that side of stuff. I just try and, you know, write good songs and sing good. You know, if I can sing well and I can write a good song, then it gives me, you know, the space and the sort of room to be able to talk about what I'm doing. And otherwise, I wouldn't bother.
There's a lot of life experience stuff in your music, isn't there, as well? There's a lot of life experience.
Well, I had to grow up quite quick, you know. Yeah. I mean, I had to grow up really quick when I was a kid. You know, but I was ironing my own clothes when I was 7 years old and walking 3 miles to school and back, making my own lunch, you know, sometimes making my own dinner. So I was quite independent from a young age. Don't know, it's definitely helped. It's definitely helped me keep grounded, all that stuff. But yeah, I didn't really change. I haven't really changed, other than I've got slightly a bit more confident and I can be a bit more direct when something's not right. Whereas before I'd be like, yeah, that's great, yeah. And then I'd be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, or that didn't sound right, or whatever. So I think you just learn how to be more direct and get what you want quicker as the years go on.
Well, what was it like at festivals when you did festivals where there was too big a crowd, you know, and the following year they put you on a bigger stage, and that must have been incredible.
I liked it. Anytime there's like high pressure, I hate it at first, but when it comes to the actual event, I rise to the occasion. I think I almost like the pressure. The pressure makes me sing better. I don't know. Like when I played Wembley, and it was my own gig, and there was 17,000 people or whatever. That was mad. But I thought, I'm at Wembley. I was like, I've got to own it, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That's only come in the last few years, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel more confident about my music now. I'm older, and I can be a bit more objective to it than when I was 21 and I was in it. And when you're 21, you're young, and you know you're fresh. So the sort of the emphasis is on being cool and sort of, you know, fresh and all that stuff. Whereas I ain't got to worry about that so much. I just try and do what I like doing, and if I do what I like doing, it normally sounds pretty good. You know, if I'm doing something that I like, then it comes across in the music.
Look, I could chat to you for hours, but I know you've got other people coming to see you. Tell us a little bit about the new album coming out in March.
Yeah,
and you're touring the UK as well. Why do you say that? I mean,
because it's just all the experience I've gathered.
Multi-million seller with the first one.
I think it's just all the experience I've gathered with the other ones. You know, I'm still the same person. It's evolved. That's what I like about it. And it sounds more like the first one in the way that it was recorded live. The first one I did took a few weeks to do, like 3-4 weeks or something, and then another few weeks of me overdubbing and doing strings. And whereas this one was literally like band in a room. I've got a week to record 12 songs. We smashed out 12 songs. I did a few overdubs. It's done, and I think that's why it sounds good. There's no messing about. There was no overthinking it. There was no like, oh, let's try and do this or try and do that. It was just like, these songs sound good. Let's record them and see what happens. You know. Which is just a nicer way of doing things as an artist, when you get the freedom to just go, try it.
Do you have a set band that you take with you on the road?
Yeah, kind of.
Use in the studio?
Not a set band, but you know, I've got a few options of each player. You know, but really, I'm loyal when it comes down to it, and I like having people that I like having around. As long as they play good and they're not annoying on tour, I'll always have them back out. So yeah, I don't know, I think it's good to change things up, but equally, if it's not broken, don't try and fix it. You know, I mean, some of the guys in the band are just really, really talented, great musicians. They can play jazz, they can play anything. You know, it's like I'm kind of cheating in a way that I'm using all their experience to help me sound better. You know, they're like the best backing band you can have. You know, because a lot of singer-songwriters, when they go out of the band, it's quite formulaic, pretty boring, quite safe. Whereas my band's like proper. We dig in and we play.
It's a jam session.
It's not a jam session, no.
No.
But it is free in the way that they can play what they want.
Okay.
You know, it's not like every night I'm like, you need to play that again the same. There's freedom to play around with it. But equally, there's stuff in place so you know, that's what it is, but you can go over there and you can go over there, you know.
And lastly, the show is open tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You're obviously looking forward to them and
Can't
going
wait.
down to Cape Town and that as well,
Yeah.
I would imagine, because you've never been here before. What can the people expect from the shows? Is it going to be like a greatest hits kind of set? Are you going to do some from the new album and that as well?
Yeah, it's pretty much greatest hits from all the albums, because I've never been here, so even
You've got to do it,
even if I play Broken Strings, people are probably going to be like, yay, because they've never heard it. But I'm more excited about playing the new ones because it's the first time I've ever played them.
Oh, okay.
So it's like an exclusive, really, for you guys to hear the new songs. I think I love them. I think they sound amazing. I'm really proud of the album, and I'm really proud that it's all come full circle and I can play, you know, all the old stuff, all the new stuff, and sort of, you know, cover all bases.
Well, we're all looking forward to the show.
Yeah.
It's going to be great, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. It'll be the first one.
Wait,
and all the best. You get a chance to do some sightseeing when you
A little bit.
You talked about doing a safari.
They were on about me doing a safari. I wasn't that bothered about it.
No,
I like the idea of going out on a little boat ride, maybe seeing Table Mountain. Just seeing some of South Africa, you know, is fun with me.
Have you heard from other musicians what it's like?
No, not at all, actually.
Not at all.
No. Other than I checked out the Stone Jets the other day, who are amazing, by the way. He's got a really good voice, so I'm just stoked that, you know, I'm in a new country, playing with musicians that I love, playing music that I love, and I just think that's going to come across. You know,
and with fans that love you.
You can't really fake
which is
that.
good all round.
You can't fake it.
No, you can't. No.
You know, you can put on a great show, but it's like if the chemistry's there and the artist's loving it, you can tell. And I think that's what I'm excited about, is that I think the enthusiasm and the passion is going to come across, and people are just going to love the show. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
and
no
I hope you're going
worries.
to enjoy it.
Yeah,
Cheers,
will do,
mate.
yeah.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.